simulcast live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So needless to say, this is what we do. But let's working for somebody else, and also to help those who cannot help themselves, and to show a little compassion toward their enemies, even though they deserve a straight patada en el culo. But we do wish to be better people at the end of the day. And hopefully, through faith, and faith in you, Jah, that we can become the great examples of human beings that we're supposed to represent. In Jesus' name we say these things. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Until the 227th heir to the throne of Jah himself, Haile Selassie. Jah Rastafari. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
ever call it back for whatever you want to call it. You've already had your St. Patty's Day, you had your Women's Month, and all of it has been nothing but a centrifuge for paganism. Yes, yes, yes. This is how you set up your future paganism.
That's right. And I'm the host of the most of the KTNG Morning Show. You know him all day, baby. That's it. The G to the R to the I to the T to the Z. ZSD from the top of the mountain down underneath the freeway, as we do know. And cause I am the freak on the peak. And if you close your mind to whatever I speak, then maybe you'll open it up wide. So this way you'll be set for the week, or the weekend in this case. So needless to say, stop drinking that Starbucks crap. Okay. Y'all know what y'all doing. Hey, this is the Grits Man here. Glad you guys can make it. This is the KTNG Morning Show. And most importantly, it is Friday. So, needless to say, I want to get right into it and whatnot, let you guys know what's going on. And let's see. It is now 27 degrees here in Colorado Springs, in the spring backyard. So it's a little nippy this morning, so I suggest you guys bundle up for a little bit, because it's going to be a little bit, oh my God, it's going to be a little bit danky here. They're talking like today's going to be like about 62. Spring weather. Damn that groundhog. Damn that groundhog. Congratulations, Tennessee, for getting your medical marijuana thing started. You know, welcome to the way. I salute you. If only many of you are sitting here watching, and why am I drinking out of the glasses? Because I lost, or for the most part, I broke my mug. So I got to go out and get a new one. Hate shopping for stuff like that. But, as we say, don't be happy. Okay. Okay, let's go around the block. Compton, 53 degrees and cloudy. It's going to be 76 degrees, and let's see, 91% humidity. Oh, well, 91% chance it might just stay cloudy all damn day. 29, highs today at 64. It feels like 24. Weekends looking promising into the 60s, so that's a good thing if you're traveling. Let's see. We already did Los Angeles. It's kind of foggy right about now, and they should be up at around 77. So it looks like clouds, cloudy. Yeah. God, I love you. Right, I love you. Alternate right and right wing show hosts who are basically now scrambling for freaking money now. If you had started poor, you would have known exactly how, futile it is to like sit there and ask yourself, can I be rich doing this? No. You can be well off. You can actually, support a family, and you can actually support yourself. It depends. But it also depends most likely on the things that you do. And basically, I hate to tell you people, there's some doo-doo out there. So without, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go find us that doo-doo? It's so bad. Oh, well, at least I got me some toilet paper to wipe it off my ass, or wipe it off my shoes, and not step into that doo-doo. All right, eh? Let's check this out, and y'all be the judge of some of the stories that are coming, that are basically just floundering around out here for such a unusual, and I mean unusual freaking day. Well, as you know, Cheeseburger, you know him, Spanky, okay, is basically, really just causing all kinds of hate and discontent right about now. All right, so let's start this day with a little bit of today in history. Now, today in history, okay, March 30th, Allies captured Paris in 1814. So I know my man Will is out there in Paris right now taking pictures of the Eiffel Tower. I know they try to charge you an arm and a leg to like go up and down that damn thing. So yeah, dude, enjoy it, man. Get in contact with Universal Zulu Nation members out there. They're out there, bro. They're out there. Let's see. 1822, Florida becomes a U.S. territory. Okay, let's see. Vincent van Gogh is born on 1853. Treaty of Paris is signed. Made the Black Sea neutral territory, closed it to all warships. But it is also the same scene for Russia to basically have a shit fit about not trying to build a sub nowhere. Let's see, who else we got here? Oh, that's right. 1867, Alaskan Purchase. They bought it for like, 7.2 mil. Deal of the century, 1870. 15th Amendment is adopted in the U.S. Constitution, which prohibits denying citizens the right to vote and hold office on the basis of race, is declared in effect by the Secretary of State Hamilton Fish. All right, no wonder they say Friday, for every day is Fish Day on Friday. Okay, 1965 bomb explosion in front of the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam. President Reagan is shot. John Hinckley, he's fitting to get out, people. All right. Let's see. The Queen Mother in 2002 dies. So Queen Mother Elizabeth dies in Royal Lodge in Windsor outside London. She was 101 years old. And she had a legacy, but right now we all thought something completely different. But yeah. Anyway, 2006 U.S. journalist Jill Carroll is released, okay, after 82 days as a hostage held in Iraq. So therefore, we do have a great contingency for journalists here. We love them because without them, you would not get the stories that you get, such as the stories I'm about to deliver you. So let's start off with our favorite animal, our favorite, let's see, Majnun. His favorite Majnun. Our pendejo of the week, as always. Yes, they call him they call him the bloatus of the POTUS. They also call him the magic man with the small hands and no tax return to show to the land. That's right. They also call him the rugged orange one. They also call him Spanky without no alfalfa or dollar, people. And besides, that's what McAdoo's is named for, Spanky McAdoo sandwiches. But unfortunately, now that they only got Spankies in the Long John's Deli. Margaritas used to be a place. Trust me on this one. Anyway, story goes, firing by tweet works for Cheeseburger or Spanky. I don't know. I'm going to set up a poll which is going to be more apt from this point on and so forth. So I'm going to set up a poll today about should we nickname our somewhat chief of beef, okay, commander in beef as I call him. Do we want to call him Cheeseburger from now on, or do we want to call him Spanky for the rest of his term? Okay. So, needless to say, since the Apprentice show, firings have not gotten so freaking stupid. I mean, now it's so impersonable that by doing so, shows a certain amount of weakness. When you text somebody and so forth that you're quitting or anything of that nature, or you're getting fired, or for that matter, there's boogers on my computer screen here. Sorry about that, people. When I sneezed this morning, I let out like one of those Shrek, like boogers. That shit was, it looked like a straight up spit. It looked like phlegm all over the place. Anyway, so when, the thing is, people, when you're being, asked to be relinquished of your duties, whatever they may be, whether it be, responsibilities in a, one-on-one relationship or anything of that nature. But when you get a long distance text and so forth, that shows cowardice on the sender's part, especially when they got nothing better else to do than, claim some sort of weakness. So firing by tweets works for Cheeseburger, but it would be an HR nightmare anywhere else. And let's find out. Commander in Beef's White House, getting the axe over social media is a very real possibility. Okay? After all, What's off limits when the Secretary of State's ouster is announced via @real Donald Trump feed on Twitter? So, personal moves at the White House are one thing, but getting hashtagged FTBT'd probably would have devastating ramifications for most managers or organizations, let alone the person getting the boot. But Cheeseburger or Spankies just put it out there. The form of management may soon feel less jarring and perhaps accepted. And people become more comfortable with digital criticism. Oh, you mean to tell me? Okay. You mean to tell me that it's acceptable? That's some cold shit. Think about it, people. Think about it. If your president is so curmudgeon in actually firing and hiring people through, digital means, it's nothing different than saying you send out about 1 billion freaking emails and somebody says, okay, you're hired. Now, on your days off, some jackass will sit up and say, on your day off, tell you to come in for a meeting, and then you get fired. Okay, that's a little shady. Of course it is. It's shady, straight shady. So, in this sense, if there are more people willing to be fired by that, then their bitch should be an automatic pink slip. So, Cheeseburger tweeted the firing and replacement of ex-Veterans Affairs Secretary David Shulkin Wednesday, weeks after he typed a farewell to Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. Such a tactic would be unthinkable to many human resources. Targeted signals a culture of disrespect sure to turn away good employees. Outside of the agrarian situation in which an employee would be quickly fired for a horrendous act, HR veteran William Tin Cup. Damn, it's like, my goodness, he's sitting on the corner with a tin cup getting changed. Wondered why terminations would be handled in such a manner. Okay, here's the thing about it. If you got nothing but a bunch of corporate right-wing, alt-right bullshit liberals running a company, and they figure, hey, we can get, HR can simply fire these cats via email, and we'd never have to fucking worry about this shit, or giving them, just give them digital pink slip and send all their sign-off packages in PDF and have them send it, so that way we never have to see them. Okay, people, let me ask you this. Remember what going postal was, okay? Now we're going to go digital, okay? Straight up. Because if ever a company decides to fire my ass, okay, do you see where this is going, people? This is basically a coward's way out. This is assassination of your character. This is also assassination of your ability to actually do a good job. It basically includes race. It causes the biggest monetary. This is going to cause the biggest upset in social media because people are going to get fired, and there's going to be reports of people being fired like this. Okay, and you know what that means? It means you risk the reputation. The company risks their reputation because these people don't know their rights after they get fired for something bogus. Or how about not hired? They refuse to do the follow-up. Okay, and you have to go out of your way to do follow-up. That only tells you one thing, that they don't want you in their office, whether you're black or brown or whatever, or white for that matter. Okay, and you might got some dirt on you. Now, see, there is an exclusionary process that is happening, and people are not seeing this. Okay, let's look at the big picture, people. First and foremost, let's go through the normal channels. Okay, now out here, I can basically go, months. I can basically go months. I go by months and months and months and months and not even realize this. But when it comes to finding work, you have to do things pretty much online, especially out here. This is a computer tech town, straight up computer tech town like a mug. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It is. Everything is done through emails. So basically by getting contact with people through email and whatnot is one way. But when they don't contact you or they decide to fire you and so forth, of course, they got some sort of reason to do it. But such a tactic would be unthinkable. I mean, it's a horrendous act. HR veteran Tin Cup says that if this is your treatment of people, then what's to be expected when your next person you hire? Word of mouth goes with so far, but criticism of a company's reputation goes further, especially when your rights consist of warning the FTC, warning their board, okay? Not only that, but also getting in contact with their corporate office and also getting in contact with Bunko Squad. And not only that, but a news agency and let's see, also any other parent companies or corporations that they hang with, their Facebook page, there's their Twitter, their Instagram, all of the social, all the stuff that they use to fire you. You now have the arsenal and a half to go after them. Okay, go after them for wrongful termination. Then, once you have sent all your flyers out, especially towards the Better Business Bureau, because they will call. They will call. And guarantee you, the reputation of any big business does not want to be soured by one person. You can ask Checking the Cash about that. I'm living proof. I got my money back because they treated me like crap. Okay? But that was like, it's kind of like in that particular issue. I mean, there are firings over social media in the medium's early days. And bigger companies know better than to risk their reputations. Some do, some don't care. Okay? Firing someone over Twitter is not a decent thing to do, no matter what. Will it become in vogue? Only for dumb people. Okay? Dumb people. Tweeting a firing could bring defamation lawsuits by fired employees. Dun, dun, dun. Even if you're not really fired over it, said Rick Brandon, a small business hiring expert, you're not about to be really fired. Should it ever happen, she suggests reaching out to the human resources to make sure. Experts said that they don't expect Twitter firings to become common practice, but Spanky's very public way of cleaning house could be a sign of things to come. Generation Z, the youngsters following millennials, may enter the workforce accustomed to such an ideal. I do see something like being fired by a Twitter having to bleed back into the workforce and have these people in the workforce think this is acceptable. This is Jason Averbrook, a Los Angeles-based HR management consultant. Employers will have to train employees and managers to conduct interactions such as performance reviews in person, not with social media, email, or a Slack. As new leaders into the organizations, we can't just assume that they know how to have conversations. As for why the cheeseburger uses Twitter Spanky to announce his personal decision, Tin Cup offers this simple suggestion, or suggests this that it's simple. I don't know if that's Herbis or what's at play there, but he just doesn't care. Okay, so here you have white supremacy supporting somebody that basically just does not care. Nice, very nice. But it also goes on to say that he's never cared. Okay, he's only cared about him, his ego. He's only cared about his ego, which are far bigger than his tax returns. I can tell you that much. Oh wow! If I wake up in the morning and just drink a glass of water and wind up having like heartburn or something like that, I don't know. Across the land here, people, scandal is not what we would consider the most advantageous, way of getting things done. But unfortunately, it seems that when Cheeseburger decided to cut on social programs, he was doing very well. That big box of food to show up at my house. Maybe it could do the same for what's happening with the Howard University students. I'm pretty sure you guys heard this. I mean, this is about an hour ago. CNN, Howard University students demand answers in financial aid scandal. Okay, so let's see what the hell happened here. Okay, now Howard University is probably one of those, one of the more successful black colleges that is out there, and people could actually go, and these kids go up and they have inspiring educational lives and so forth as to what they are going to do to become the leaders of their communities from there on. However, students protested on Thursday following news that 6 university employees were fired for double-dipping financial aid. Where's that word? What's that word? Trust. Okay. An outside auditor found last year the university employees misappropriated financial aid funding over the course of 9 years. They must have got those guys from Compton. Okay, some university employees were receiving grants from the school to attend classes while also receiving tuition remission. I couldn't even get that. Okay, the investigation found earning more money than their education cost and pocketing the difference. The university did not disclose the specific amount of money that might have been misappropriated. That's a great paragraph right there that says that we don't know, but we know. Okay, and we're not going to tell you that we know. The public did not find out. See what I'm saying? That's how the story goes. The public did not find out about the allegations of financial misconduct until Tuesday, after a blogging platform Medium posted and exposed, which has been since deleted. Okay, here's the thing about it. Let me go back over this sentence real quick so you guys understand what the fuck I'm doing here. All right. When the public did not find out about the allegations of financial misconduct until Tuesday, after blogging platform Medium posted an expose, which has since been deleted. If you're not up on blockchain media, search me out. I'll explain why then. Students at the historically black university in Washington, D.C. are demanding answers, and some have called for university president Wayne A.I. Frederick to resign. Jessica Brown, a Howard alumna, spoke to CNN affiliate WJLA that, she's heartbroken. Boo-hoo-hoo. You have students who have dreamed about going to Howard whose families risk everything. The investigation found that from 2007 to 2016, university grants were given to some university employees who also received tuition remission, Frederick confirmed in a statement released Wednesday. The audit revealed that the combination of university grant and tuition remissions exceeded the total cost of attendance. As a result, some individuals received inappropriate refunds. Frederick says Howard has made reform efforts following the investigation. New policies and procedures that have been implemented to strengthen Howard's internal controls with respect to awarding the financial aids. He goes on to say that the reforms include new procedures for grant approvals and a way for students to access information on the annual budgets for each category of financial aid. So transparency is needed. But if it was so transparent to sit up and play, dominoes for freaking money, I mean, good grief, this was it. I mean, come on. Okay, the employees implicated by the investigations were fired for gross misconduct and negligence of duties. Statement adds, the terminated employees have not been publicly identified due to protocol measures. Okay, again, if you don't know anything about blockchain media, people, you are not putting out the real news. Okay? You guys are walking into censorship right even before the rest of the story gets out, and who knows how true the story could be or how much information the story has had it not been deleted, okay, from a third-party source. Do you understand how this is working, people? Okay? When you get the full unabridged story, it's never been, cleaned up or censored or anything like that, then you will understand what blockchain media is all about. And I will see you there. Okay? That's right, baby. There's no way you're going to stop me at this particular point now. It's on and cracking. And we'll put all of my bust that ass shows up there too, because they were rugged and raw and nobody liked them. Okay? Outside auditors hired by a university delivered their findings in May 2017, while Howard University was in the midst of their own internal investigation. The university's investigation began, in December 2016 and lasted through 2017 when an investigation of an individual employee's action was completed and 6 employees terminated. Oh my God. So what does that mean? It means that you cannot trust nobody, especially when it comes to when it comes to going to school. Now it's bad enough you go to school and you get shot up by a white terrorist. Okay? White terrorist. Okay? Stop giving Timothy McVeigh martyrdom here, people. Because this is all that you're doing. All right? This is all that you're doing. And you know you're doing it. Okay? Stop it. If I can see through your garbage, trust me, People are going to learn how to see through your garbage and not just wake up when it's convenient, wake up when it demands it. No, if you weren't woke in the 60s and you still ain't woke through the 80s and you still ain't woke through the 90s when there was conscious hip hop and socio-political hip hop when you could have learned something, then you have not learned anything at all after the generation has basically gotten past it and says, well, we don't need to know any of that no more. Well, unfortunately, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And guess what? That which is happening in the 60s is now happening now. 40 to 50 years later. So every 50 years, we didn't go through this garbage. Every 50 years, there's going to be a change in the information society, in the industrial age of it. Wow. Industrial technology, people. Think about it. This is the age that we're in, and you mean to tell me they're using it against what we get, what we've given them? Okay. Keep in mind, a lot of these technological changes would not be credited had it not been for Area 51. Roswell. There you go. That's all it is. That's all it is, people. That's all it is. And now that those who have access, corporations that have access to that technology have now moved things a lot faster. And here we are, people. Here we are. We've outpaced ourselves with our imaginations, and now we're using tools that were once found on spaceships to make our lives that much hellish when you know that cheeseburger can fire you with a tweet. Wow. Ooh, boy, technological racism is coming. I hate to say it, people. Y'all do not know. Y'all do not know. If you're going to experience technological racism, wait until they start putting a toll on the internet. Yes, it is coming, people. There will be a toll on the internet. All right? FCC is going to want some money. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. I'm not crying wolf here or anything like that. There are certain patterns that people do not understand why they keep going into the same rut over and over and over and think something will change from it. That's psychosonomacy, people. All right? But if you're content on banging your head against the wall and expecting the ball to move and you're bleeding on all of it, then by all means, I'm not one to stop your idiotic party. Go right ahead. It's almost too hilarious to sit up and watch you people do this shit. But, you know, somebody's got to point it out and say, why are you doing this, and move you off the wall? Okay? We're at the halfway point here, people. We're at the halfway point. You know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. Yes, you know what we're doing. That's right, Abe. Y'all get your asses up. Join the conversation. That's right. KTNG Morning Show. We're KTNG Live here. 496,000 people around the world all agree that, yes, I am a complete nut. But I love what I do. I love what I do. Anyway, our fund drive pitches and so forth coming up next week, and then the week after that Sunday, we're gonna saturate a week prior, and then we're going to actually get out there and do some fundraising, knock on doors, make my pitch concerns, that sort of thing, sell cookies, do what I got to do and so forth to get this thing up and running, and actually get the bills paid a little bit officially. So if you want to be a supporter, become a lifetime supporter for $20. Okay, free speech radio. This is basically where the home of the voice or the voice of the voiceless is basically heard. So if you see some salutary things or anything like that, keep in mind these are stories from human beings. Okay, they're stories from human beings. As you can see, I have The Art of Eve, my books here, The Art of Eve and Happier Than a Big Bowl of Oranges, right there. They're available on Amazon if you look for them. Also, big shout outs to Team Day Broadcasting for networking with us, so that way we can bring you good news and different perspectives from around the world or around the country as well. And Link Riders, always Carrie, thank you for your support and everything. I thank everybody for their support for keeping things fresh, you know what I mean? That sort of thing, keeping things fresh. KTNG 860 AM, we're at the halfway point, and I guess we're going to have to go through this and bully ball it, as they would call it. I don't know what that means. I call it prison rock, you know. So speaking of rock and whatnot, 2 hours ago, CNN, a deported Mexican is coming back home after 14 years in Mexico. Okay, now, they tell you in the Army to be all you can be. They tell you in the Navy you do more before 9 o'clock in the morning. They tell you in the Coast Guard that you will get more reserve hours than you will do more for your city and local county than, let's say, the police. They say, in the Air Force, you can aim high. Okay, now, let's take all of those nice little sayings. Okay, let's take like now all that branding and so forth and throw it out. Especially if you are an immigrant who's looking to serve the country that you're now in, such as, quote unquote, the United States of America. Okay? So when you get deported, and you get deported after risking your life for this country, have no bitter anger about it. But just let you know that 14 years is nothing more than a prison sentence, Homer. All right, Vato, here we go. For 14 years, Hector Barajas never abandoned his dream of coming back to the United States. Soon he will return home to his family. The deported veteran will become a U.S. citizen in April, nearly a year after California Governor Jerry Brown granted him a full pardon for his crime he committed before being deported to Mexico. Barajas burst into tears Thursday after he read the letter telling him that he needs to attend a naturalization ceremony in San Diego. 14 years, man, he said, sobbing. Oh my God, this is great. Okay. He's been unsure of his future before he was granted the governor's pardon, but still decided to apply for citizenship. He passed the English and civic portions of his naturalization requirements in 2016. Barajas was brought to the United States from Mexico by his parents when he was just 7 years old in 1984. He grew up in Compton, and like many kids, he dreamed of becoming a soldier. He held a green card when he proudly served in the 82nd Airborne Division from 1995 until he was honorably discharged in 2001, but he lost it when he struggled to adjust to civilian life. Okay, people. What part of adjust to honest life when you come out of a war zone, okay, and, for, whatever reasons? Post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, basically is a very crippling mental disorder brought on by the United States military. And the United States military can only give you 80% of your disability. Everybody said, oh yeah, I'm set for life. No. With the new taxes coming in, bro, trust me, by 2019, 2020, you're going to feel it. Okay, so he held a green card, but he just had a problem, just struggling with life, and that's kind of like messed up. An arrest after shooting a gun from his vehicle led him to a guilty plea of illegal discharge of a firearm and 2 years in prison. That's garbage. He was deported to Mexico and left his daughter behind. As soon as allowed to travel to Los Angeles, Barajas is planning to surprise his daughter at school. Barajas quickly became a leader among those barred from the country they were willing to die for. In 2013, he turned a 2-story apartment in Tijuana, Mexico, into a safe house called Deported Veterans Support House, or The Bunker, where 800 of these United States veterans are held. As he worked to figure out a way to return to the United States legally, he didn't hesitate to help others. He spent days and nights inside the apartment covered with military posters and hung U.S. flags, helping fellow deported veterans look for work and get cleaned up. Okay? Moments after reading his letter, Barajas addressed other veterans. I'm not stopping for any of you guys, he told them, and righteously so, because if America is doing this to immigrant veterans, okay? Black veterans already been through this, so now you guys are the next on the fucking list. Study from what happened to us and the reason why we can't get nothing out of the VA. 60% of us can't even get crap. And then you ask yourself, what kind of country would start a war and then as soon as you get back, slap doo-doo on you? Yeah. Make America great again, right? Yeah, we're already great in committing heinous human rights violations, heinous civil rights violations, heinous, okay, universal right considerations. So I doubt seriously there's an argument for the reason or the way this is done. You all have to blame the White House on this one. It's for real. You don't have to wait to blame the White House on this one. Okay? And if it hadn't been for journalists who basically picked up this story, as a matter of fact, I know two cats in Lakewood, California, military cats who basically are working on this deal to get all 800 of those guys free. This is a travesty. This is a travesty towards the so-called the so-called idolatry of the American flag. Okay, so Miss Tommy, whatever the fuck your name is, okay, look, you dumb broad. This is what your country is doing to those who serve it. Okay? Where's your reply? Okay? Zippo. Okay? Straight Zippo. All right? Because any dung heap like yourself in Texas can actually, come up with all kinds of reasons for saying America is great. Okay? As long as it's white enough for you, yeah. Okay? There will come a time. Maybe not in the next generation or 2 or 3 down the road, but there's going to come a time when nature says otherwise. And the evolution of the white man to the brown man will be evident. And it won't be due to suntans either. It'll be due because if you're, declining sperm rate. Oh. So please don't run to the sperm bank and get my shit. I'm all Clooney, will represent 2 Reuters journalists jailed in Myanmar. Now, why is this important? Because one, if you are a journalist and you are out in the world and you are exposing the corruption that happens within the city itself, you are deemed public enemy number 1. From the Time people, as they was this is 8 hours ago. Human rights lawyer Amal Clooney has joined the legal team representing 2 Reuters journalists jailed in Myanmar, lending both counsel and an international space that has widely been decried as an attack on free press. Why do I always why do I go and basically just talk about what's happening with journalists around the world? Because journalism is what we do here. If we are not supporting of each other as journalists and relating our stories to the open public of what's happening with us, what's happening with us, what's happening for us, and how we can recruit more people into this field and so forth, then it makes us look like, oh my God, we're neighborhood snitches and everybody wants to kill a snitch. Pretty much. But if you did not have any of these stories would not come out, now would they? 2 reporters, Wa Lone, 31, and Kiwa Soi, 28, have now spent more than 100 days behind bars, shackled in a notorious prison emblematic of oppression during Myanmar's military junta era. The pair are on trial for allegedly possessing secret government papers. They were investigating the murders of 10 Muslim Rohingya men, Rohingya men, found in a mass grave following military violence in the UN has called ethnic cleansing. If convicted, the 2 journalists face up to 14 years in prison under the Colonial Era Official Secrets Act. Colonial. Who's responsible for colonizing that place? Was it the French? No. Was it Italian? No. Colonial era. That makes me think. Wallon and Claude Soyu are being prosecuted simply because they reported the news, Clooney said in a statement released by her office, Dorothy Street Chambers, saying that I have reviewed the case file and it is clear beyond a doubt that the 2 journalists are innocent and should be released immediately. The outcome of this case will tell us about Myanmar's commitment to the rule of law and freedom of speech. Kind of like, you got colonial and then you got free speech. So what kind of Cold War is going here? Okay? Reuters journalists were arrested in Yangon on December 12th, almost immediately after they were handed documents by police who had invited them to dinner, according to the defense lawyers. So if the police are basically saying, we have internal problems, here you go. Shouldn't they be on trial? Advocates have dubbed the case farcical and believe the pair may have been entrapped. Of course they've been entrapped. Okay, this is the best way for, say, like, you know, the police to basically, you know, bust you in any situation. Inconsistencies have riddled the court hearings, with police officials claiming to be unable to answer questions about their arrest because they burned their notes. The defense team has requested the case on lack of evidence. The Yangon court will hear her arguments on the motion to dismiss on April 4th. Clooney, who has worked at The Hague before joining the London bar, has previously taken on several high-profile international cases, including representing Yazidi victims of genocide and defending Azerbaijani investigative journalist Khadija Ismailova against politically motivated persecution. So let's just face it, people. There are a lot of people basically breaking the law. States and countries that are breaking the law. Continents who have governments central to their colonial mischief, or for that matter, imprisonment. You know, I call it imprisonment for a very good reason. To maintain the durability of property. Real estate is still number one, but, you know, sex sells. You know what I mean? Speaking of sex, let's go over here. Way down here to Mugabe's farm. Last story, people. Gold diggers. Step right up, you nasty ass gold diggers. We hate you. But you serve a purpose for comedy. And therefore, here you are. From the BBC 4 hours ago, gold diggers invade Grace Mugabe's farm. Illegal workers have invaded the farm of former Zimbabwean First Lady Grace Mugabe to mine for gold. Reporters from the Zimbabwean newspaper Newsday found them uprooting lemon trees, digging shafts, and loading gold ore into lorries. After successfully confronting them on Thursday, Ms. Mugabe reported the matter to the police. The farm is in Mozawi, where she had forcibly evicted villagers in 2015 while her husband was still in power. So she kicked people out and whatnot, okay? She kicked people out of their own countries. That's the way she can build a house and a farm there, right? So Mrs. Mugabe said in a statement to the police obtained by the New Zimbabwe website that she was touring the farm when she was, quote unquote, shocked to find approximately 400 men illegally panning for gold. Wow. When the men have to go back and go dig on women, that's funny. That's totally funny because it never happens. It never happens. You know, you wind up with a sugar mama and she breaks you off, she breaks you off a piece of pussy here and there, and that's about it. Oh, come on, girls, don't say it's all vulgar or anything like that. You do the same damn thing when you're looking for a sugar daddy. Shut up, it's in your fantasies. Okay, so when she said that started to shout obscenities at me. They started to shout obscenities at me and continue with their unlawful activities. You no longer have any power to remove us. This is the new dispensation. Dispensation. We do what we want. Dispensation. We never got reparations here when we got moved out of Africa. How are you going to get dispensation? Come on, man. Jeez. Last year, Ms. Mugabe was widely reported to be preparing to replace her aging husband as president of Zimbabwe. But the rumors were not welcomed by parts of the ruling party that he was ousted from his office in November to be replaced by his longtime ally, Emerson Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa. Bwana, okay? The life of Grace Mugabe began She began an affair with Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe, 41 years, her senior, while working as a typist at the State House. Okay, so we all know where that goes. All right, they have children, they have this, that, and everything else. But needless to say, it is rumored that she is lining herself up to take over from her husband as president of Zimbabwe. And those are basically, followed by Mr. Mugabe's being ousted from power after 37 years. So, needless to say, girl, you don't have a right to the land. That's one. Two, you kick the people off of their land, they come back to get it back. So now they're getting gold. So guess what's happening? You can't do anything about it. Okay, you can't. You can't do anything because rightfully that's their land. Not you don't own crap. You don't have any paperwork that says that because now you're trying to go after your late husband's position. Okay, so who's the real gold digger here? All right. Sorry, people. You get a gas face on that one. You know what I mean? You get a sucker punch on that one. That's right. DJ Sucker Punch says you're nuts. For real, save your nuts. Save your damn nuts. Save your nuts. All right. Anyway, I got to get out of here. So let's go around the let's go around the block here and give people some props and whatnot, some good morning shout outs and whatnot. And I expect these people to be around when I know that they're always around and they're doing well. Okay, so if anything, let's say good morning to Walter. Yes, that's right. Sir Walt, Cool Walt, the man who remembers. You will hear his show today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got so distracted by having distractions. Okay, I got so yesterday that I totally forgot to do that. But today I'm doing it today. Anyway, it's going to happen. And I want to give a shout out to my man, Super Walt, the man who remembers, starts every day with the funk, the whole funk or nothing. What the funk, and if it ain't funky, then it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good morning to Walt and Carolyn and Melanie. Good morning. Happy Friday. Wherever you are, Carolyn, get in contact with me. Let's see. Imani Farand Whitby. Good morning. Good morning. Lyric L. Ray, good morning. What's up? We play your hits every day. Bonita Tigress, good morning. And do a good morning to a fine mother herself. Emmanuel Katana, good morning. Tina Hightower, good morning, you gorgeous hunk of woman. Chandy Aleka, good morning. Peace be upon you. And Vic Grimes, good morning. And homeboy with a little Arabic scribble and so forth, good morning. Deanna Berry, good morning. Let's see, who else we got going on here? And let's see. Glenn Covington, get away from Starbucks, you idiot. Let's see. Also, Shaw Bless, good morning. Mike. Let's see. Also, Darren Gregory, your horror show, whatever it is that you're doing, I'm proud of you. Ninja Marina, Justin Harris, Daryl, Ricky, Florida, good morning. Sarah Rip, good morning. Leroy Moore, good morning. Eros, good morning. Luke Cage, good morning. God, let's see. So many. All right. Roxanne Sharpay, good morning. Yes, I have watched that movie several times. And unfortunately, I have to feel for, the dudes that you were dealing with and everything and whatnot. I feel sorry for you on that one. But damn, honey, damn. At least she was knocking them off in your battles and so forth, and that's a good thing. So, ladies, if you got hip hop on your breath, come on through. Drop some notes. I mean, come on. You just can't sit there and let the guys have all the fun. And if you got something that's, intelligent, that means that how you can do good, or better yet, raise your neighborhood to be better, by all means, come with it. But if you're going to come out of your mouth with, oh, I'm the bitch of the club, I'm this, I'm so-and-so, I'm wick, whack with your fucking ego, okay? Then obviously, you're doing a disservice to womanhood all across this freaking land. Okay? First, we all complained about Cher, then we complained about Madonna, then we complained about Beyonce, now we're complaining about everybody else that's coming up behind all this garbage. Okay? So let me ask you this, ladies. Okay, you're supposed to be hip hoppers, you're supposed to be rappers and so forth. Name one damn thing you've done for your community besides run your mouth. Besides, put yourselves out there like prostitutes. Hip-hop prostitutes. Everybody likes a hip-hop hoe, but nobody wants to be playing Captain Save one either. All right? And if they do, 9 times out of 10, the balls are pretty much in a box in your purse. Psh, please. Sorry, babies. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. Only thing I care about is decency, human rights, and equality and justice. And if it's not coming from there, from the so-called place of nurturing, then guess what? You're full of shit. But as far as the women's movement is concerned, I'm only concerned about the women's movement that is producing stuff for the community. They're doing more than complaining. They're doing more than, digging into their little cash boxes of bullshit just to justify their existence on this freaking planet. All right? Stop it. Because you're taking the feminist creed completely out of control. And you're losing. Yes, you are losing. And you will continue to lose. Okay? That's when we separate the men from the women in this world. I hate to say it like that, but this is true. And if it can't be any other way, then prove me wrong. The floor is open. Join the conversation. If not, okay. All righty. Let's see. Who else we got up on this piece? All right. Scott Woods, good morning. My man Chuck Daggers outside in Paris. All right. Run into 6E level and you'll probably start the rapping. Or if not, you're partying like a DJ. Masai Bay, good morning. Juan Garcia, Food Porn King. Good morning. Deanna Berry, Bear, good morning. Dada Scratch, good morning. Dr. Nigel Daring, good morning. Good morning, Rasta. That's right. Good morning. All that good stuff and everything. I love it. And let's see. Montel, good morning. Bridget, good morning. I know you're a constant fan of the show here. And we want to see you get out of that messed up situation that you're in and so forth. Get back to being a healthy girl. Come on out to Colorado. I ain't going to treat you wrong. But if you want to stay in LA and so forth and, suck up to those idiots, by all means, go right ahead. Besides, I got to tell you exactly what happened in Banshee Woman. And we all know who that bitch is. All right. So let's see. Who else we got here? Chris Person, good morning. Eugene Victoria, good morning. Tensa Takamori, good morning. Domo. Around the world, people. This is where we are heard. Around the freaking world. All right. Okay. And it's real cool. I got that stat on my, on my website at ktng860am.org, as well as several other radio stations that are actually picking me up. Okay. We have access to about 13 different third-party accesses outside of the United States that pick up the show and pick up the station as well. So I'm very glad about that. But most importantly, I'm thankful for the support that I do get. Now, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. It does not matter. It does not matter what is coming from those places. What matters is that people share information and knowledge, and not only that, but also solutions to our day-to-day human conundrums. Okay? Reason is because we have so much to offer, but we're never given the spotlight. This is your chance to be part of the spotlight. Become the voice of the voiceless. Find stories of people and put them out there. I find stories every single day, and I look for things that are like compelling, compassionate, and most importantly, informative, to let you guys know that you don't have to go through all of that. Only a hard-headed, stupid individual will continue to bang his head against the wall, his or her head against the wall, to see if it will move. Now, in many cases, the wall does not move, but there are a slight few who are lucky enough to actually go around the damn thing, or under it, or above it, because there was no dimensions to it. It said there are no dimensions on the sides of the wall, except for what's all in your head. Okay, pretty much. Anyway, it is Friday, and I have my birds back. Yes, they are back. The chickadees beat out the mourning doves. It was a battle, man. It was bad. It was blood everywhere. They called a SWAT team. I'm serious. That's right. Guns are bad. No, actually, guns are pretty innocent. Man is bad. All right? Man is bad. And he leads into it, and he goes into his own temptation. Mankind goes into its own temptation for sin for the simple reason because it's the easiest route taken. Freedom is a road seldom traveled by the multitudes. And I know you heard this before, but how many are actually freeing their mind of their own self-imposed bullshit in order to walk that line or walk that path, or even, for that matter, make sense of it. Without that sense of it, I keep saying this to a lot of people. Cute and stupid don't fucking pay the bills. Never has, never will. Okay? And there's some people that want to justify that shit all day long, only to find out that, yeah, many years later, yeah, cute and stupid did not pay the bills. Not at all. It does not advance you. It does not progress. There's no progress from it. There's no progress from it at all. Okay? And the only progress that you are going to, take example of is the ones that they give you from Hollywood. And this is true. Come on. Hollywood is like the divorce capital of the world, and people follow right behind it. Wow. Talk about a brainwashed community. Talk about a brainwashed society. Talk about brainwashing altogether. And you're looking for what? Pop bullshit. Wow. I love it when people just basically just walk right into garbage and then think it's okay, without realizing that they do have some hesitant community. And they're not observant of anything for that matter. Nice. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. For the most part, people, I do appreciate everyone coming through. I do. I really do. I do. Brenda Eakins, good morning. Good morning. Okay. Mark Briggs, good morning. Everybody's coming in late. Shahi Sedek, good morning. Dulce Melody Arrosco, good morning. Okay. That sort of thing. Scott LeBrock Jr., good morning. Also, EPMD, good morning. My boys, Das Effects, good morning. Zulu Nation Universal, good morning. Around the world, good morning. That's right. Domo Domo in Japan, Niha in China. Bienvenidos in Portugal, Spain, Italy. That's right. You want to take it from Latin and everything, though I'll give it all back to you in one word. Also in South Africa, Bernard Benzema, good morning. I'm glad you're doing your thing, bro. Keep it going. I will hook up with you as soon as I can. Also to Dr. Dwayne Proctor for being the best friend that I could have had from out of the RFJK Foundation. So therefore, people, yeah, I got stats. What? I'm finna get paid this year. I don't know about the rest of you. Okay? But I'm going to do it so this way the community can benefit from learning media arts. And the next thing I got coming up is going to be so dope. So dope. By next year, this time, I will have finished not only the script, but also the actual animation. Okay? The actual animation for two things. Movie and a best of album coming through KTNG just like that, so I can produce these things. But I got to do it with a lot of determination, focus, and of course, needless to say, not being distracted by anything or anyone. I do not care. When I get on these creative missions, it's pretty hard to get people to stop me. But that's the only thing. Only I can stop me. And you should have that same attitude too, of whether you're going to make it today or whether you're going to make it next week or whether you're going to make it in the next 5 years. Stand strong, live strong, and knock them out the box. And remember, people, keep your shine and don't let nobody your mother. So, hold up. Got something goofy going on here. And, never, ever let people basically take your shine or smile. All right? Because it's most important. Most important. All right? All right, people, I got to get out of here. It has been fun. We are going to run, and I thank you. Leave your comments below. Hit that like, smash that like button if you like what you see and hear, and become a member of KTNG Neighborhood Support for $5. You can do that. Yes, it's tax deductible. Or become a lifetime member for $20 or $50 for that matter. Come on. Produce something. Because if I have to do it all by myself, guess what? I'm going to be cussing everybody out by next year.